Hi everyone. So our suet has frozen and we scored it, and now this is the messy part. I mean, it's all kind of messy, but this is kind of messy here too. So after we poured the soot in our pans, and we ended up with 5 9 by 13 pans and then one much larger pan. So we have 52 blocks of bird soot. That's a lot. But so here's one of the pans, and since we did an experiment, we did some with parchment paper and some with net, and it works fine if you score it before it's frozen and then set the pan in some hot water for a few minutes after it's frozen, and then you can turn it out onto a board and then cut it and package it. But here's a tip too. Once you turn your pan out, make sure that you put a lot of soap in it and hot water, because you don't want the grease residue down your drains without having soap on it. Otherwise it's just gonna make a messy clog for you. So just make sure you soap up those pans really good before you let anything go down the drain. So here's what we're doing, and here's some of the bags that we have packaged already, and we have ours really packed full of all kinds of seeds and peanut butter and oatmeal and raisins and cranberries and just all kinds of stuff. Here's what it looks like before. I just took it out of the pan, and since it was scored, it's a lot easier. But if you have a really big heavy duty knife like this one, it makes it much easier to break it once it's scored. If you don't score it, and this is a tip from a friend of mine, if you don't score this before you freeze it, it's going to be really hard to break up. So this is what I would suggest. Use parchment paper because it makes it much easier. You can lift it right out and you don't have to do this part of it, and then score it. Parchment paper, let it partially harden, score it, and then freeze it. And then once it's frozen, you can lift that parchment paper out, and pretty much most of the time, but since I'm only using one hand right now, because usually I can push down on this with both hands and it pops right apart. Pretty much pop it apart, put it in bags, and then in the freezer. And we have 52 blocks, so that's going to last us for quite a while. I can't wait to take a picture later of all the birds hanging on it. Yesterday, I hung a few out yesterday, and I had some woodpeckers, some hairy woodpeckers, downy woodpeckers, and a couple nuthatches on it. But with the snow we're going to get coming tonight and tomorrow, and it's going to be cold, I bet we'll have a lot more on it. So it's fun. Give it a try. Save all that meat fat. It's a good way to repurpose. Okay, see ya.